Interesting article here on the F1Chronicle.com, guys. Sir Lewis Hamilton, of course, was at Mercedes for a very, very long time, between 2013 and 2024, but now he has left for Ferrari. However, the rumours of him going to Ferrari date back a long, long way, even to the early days of his career, and he had spoken on a number of occasions about him wanting to drive for Ferrari one day and his respect for Ferrari overall, but it just seemed for a long time as though that move would never materialise. It seemed as though he was going to retire at Mercedes. But oh boy, were we wrong in that assessment. Of course, him going to Ferrari now for at least this year and next year, and I'd wager he'll probably be there for longer than that, to be honest with you. Now, apparently, he'd signed his last extension with Mercedes while actually having a Ferrari move on the horizon. Let's not forget as well that partway through 2023, I mean, this deal got announced in 2024, right at the start of the season, before we even started with the first race of the season. You remember that press conference with Charles Leclerc? I think it was in Japan. Was it Japan? 2023. He was asked what it makes to be, what makes a good teammate. And Hamilton was there with him. And he said, "Hello, Lewis." He knew. That deal was signed in 2023, if not even before that. But let's have a look at this, guys. Full article on the F1Chronicle.com as always. Lewis Hamilton was already negotiating with Ferrari when he signed his final Mercedes contract in mid-2023, it has emerged. On the 31st of August 2023, the 7-time world champion and Toto Wolff sealed a 2-year deal with a 2024 exit clause, his last with Mercedes. Ferrari boss Frederic Vasseur told Auto Hebdo when talks with Hamilton, now 40, began. It was at the 2023 Monaco Grand Prix on the 28th of May, my birthday to be precise. I immediately understood that the desire was there on his part that it could happen. Of course, Monaco is traditionally the start of silly season in Formula 1 when all these deals start to get made. But of course, Hamilton actually started the 2025 silly season in 2023. My man was getting in there early. Hamilton confirmed the tight timeline. "I remember hanging up the phone," he said, "and I was shaking. I thought, oh my god, I had just signed with Mercedes. There was a lot to process and my emotions were really strong. I needed to go for a walk to clear my head." A Drive to Survive scene from early 2024 captures Wolff mulling Hamilton's replacement with wife Susie. "You don't think that Max Verstappen is an option?" Susie asked. "I have spoken to him," Wolff replied, "because I promised Lewis I wouldn't talk to him, but I will have the conversation now." Verstappen stayed with Red Bull and Mercedes ultimately signed Wolff's 18-year-old protege Kimi Antonelli for 2025. Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of rumours about Verstappen going to Mercedes, of course, to replace Hamilton. All the discontent around Red Bull at the time, Hornergate, the kind of chaos behind the scenes, really, at Red Bull. The inter-team politics between the likes of Jos Verstappen, Dr. Helmut Marko, Max Verstappen, Christian Horner, all getting involved. And eventually, the owners of the big bosses of Red Bull probably just smashed all the heads together and just made them get on with each other and tolerate each other, at least. At least that's my kind of thinking with that anyway. And there were apparently those exit clauses in there. Adrian knew he did get out of there. Max Verstappen could have got out of there, apparently, if he wanted to, but I guess in the end he got offered enough money to stay, and let's be honest, it was a good move because he won another championship after that. So yeah, interesting stuff. Hamilton signed with Ferrari a long, long time before he actually joined the team. I didn't realise it went that far back. I knew it went back to like the autumn time, but to the spring time, to May. That is a big surprise. But yeah, there we go, guys. Revelations from Drive to Survive. Criticize it all you want, and I do, don't worry. But it does give us some inside knowledge on some of these incredible deals and controversies in the sport. And of course, Hamilton joining Ferrari being one of them. But have you watched Drive to Survive yet? Have you enjoyed it? What do you think about it? Let us know in the comments below. And of course, the question I always ask when it comes to Hamilton, is he going to win an 8th championship, and is he going to do it at Ferrari? I'd like to think so, but we'll see. It's going to be interesting. Like, share, comment, subscribe as always to see more content on the world of Formula 1 just like this, guys, and have a great day, have a great week, and we'll see you very soon.